If you have a home gym or are a gym owner, then one of your best friends, but sometimes worst enemies, is probably the classic 3/4 inch, 4 foot by 6 foot rubber horse stall mat. Now, I say best friends because they are incredibly useful, and I say worst enemy because they can be a pain to lug around. So let's cover a few of their uses first, and then we'll talk about how to make handling these mats a little bit less hateful. First of all, flooring. At our previous gym location, the entire gym floor was laid out with rubber horse stall mats. They protect your equipment as well as the floor. They're nice and grippy, so they've got good friction for your shoes, and they also provide some noise dampening. They work great. Second, lifting platforms. You put some wood down the middle and some horse stall mats down the side, and you've got yourself a great 8x8 lifting platform that will probably outlast you. We actually have a video on how to assemble such a platform, and we'll link to it below. That video also covers how to easily cut horse stall mats, and here's a tip, it's not with a utility knife. Third, pulling blocks. Your typical horse stall mat is 3/4 of an inch thick, so you can make blocks of all sorts of heights. 3/4 of an inch thick, 1.5 inches thick, 3 inches thick. The list is literally endless. If you can't do rack pulls, you don't have a rack that is suitable for it, or you don't have an old bent bar that you can use for rack pulls, then you might be interested in doing block pulls, and these mats can allow you to do this. So this list of what you can use horse stall mats for is by no means exhaustive, but it gets you an idea of how useful these mats can actually be. Now let's cover how to maneuver these mats. We're going to show you 3 ways to move these mats so that you don't hate them quite so much. The first option is to simply take a 2x4. You'll fold the mat back, lay the 2x4 down. The 2x4 that we're using here is a little bit of overkill in terms of length, but it's what we had handy when we were creating this video. Then you'll fold the mat back on top of it, lift it up with your partner, and carry it right off. A second method is to simply roll it up. You can roll the mat up, grab it with your partner, and again, carry it off. This works pretty well when you've got to fit a mat in a tight space, maybe like a narrow hallway, or you've got to carry it up a narrow stairwell. The third method, and our favorite method, can either be performed by 1 or 2 people. It's always better with 2 people, but it does work with 1 person, is what we lovingly refer to as the Ako Taco method, because it kind of looks like a taco. A lot of times when people try to pick it up by themselves or with a partner, they'll try to pinch it between their hands. That does not work very well. Instead, you want to grab the sides of the mat, flip it up, and then what will happen is the mat will kind of wedge itself into your hands. The mat really does a lot of the work. Watching this probably doesn't do it justice. When you try it out for yourself the first time, you'll actually see how much easier this method is. That's going to be it for mats, their uses, and how to move them around. We hope you found this useful, and if you did, please let us know. Hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, or leave a comment below. Feel free to check out any of our other videos, and as always, we hope this helps you get stronger and live better.